back at it. One of the jobs of the original task for this, one of the tasks of the original job was to replace the kitchen drain. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you videos of this house. I believe in maintaining the owner's privacy, but I can show you the pipes. This is I'm gonna guess, and I'd probably be wrong. This house is definitely 1800s. It may be back into the 18 whatever. The owner might see this and even comment on the year of the house. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to show where it is or anything. So as you can see, that's the wall, stud wall. This is a summer home. There is no heating system in it. It's strictly for summer use. And that's why when I'm shining this, and someone's going to say, where's the wall insulation? And every year it's winterized. So we drain everything out, blow it out every year, and then re-energize it for the summer months, which we are coming up on. So part of taking care of the original job was replace the drain for the kitchen sink, which is the last piece of old pipe in this house. So we've done all the piping in this house. We didn't do the second floor, but we did the first floor. And we redid it in copper and PVC. I can show you that downstairs. So what I noticed is when we went to take apart the drain, that this is what's in there. It's a double sink. One there, one there. And this is an old waste pipe. You see down there, and you see it shining. And you see here where I cut it, you see it shining. That's good news. It means this brass is way old. And it's probably way thicker than anything you would buy. Nowadays, this would be all PVC. I generally don't like to use PVC on double sinks and waste. I will use brass simply because the PVC will move and tendency to leak. The brass, if you get it thick enough and good washers, once you tighten it down, it's a rigid unit. And what usually happens is you see stuff under the sink. People will throw stuff under the sink and whack into the drain. And with PVC, not all the time, but you'll see it leak because people have a habit of just shoving a bunch of junk under their sink. The folks that own this house are very neat, and everything is so organized that I've never seen that here. But I'm just saying that for future jobs, if you look at, if you're able and it's in the budget, use brass. Now the drain coming up will be PVC. The other thing is where the drain comes through now is brass, and just below this cabinet, it turns into lead. Then it turns into galvanized. So that means there's a piece of pipe in between the bottom of this cabinet and the subfloor that I can't get out. So I'm going to cut this down as close as I can. Try to pull it out from downstairs. But I just wanted to show you what it entailed. The other thing, even with the old brass ones, is they use kind of what we call white metal for the slip nuts. Sometimes you'll find brass ones. Now, I actually happen to have some of these assemblies that are about 40 years old. 40 years ago, I bought a case of them. So I'm lucky enough to have parts to replace some of the original. I would imagine these are from the 50s, 60s, somewhere in there. Because, in fact, I'm seeing galvanized, then lead, then brass. Either it was a transition, or the old days it was lead. They cut it off and then shoved it into the galvanized. Because the old brass ferrules used to wipe. I don't know if anyone of you guys remember wiping lead. I do. And you would put the ferrule in there, and that's how they would do what they call waste pipe. And so many different terms for stuff. In plumbing supply now, they call it tubular. So anyway, showing you what I'm up against. So the other thing is I got to move that riser back into that corner. This way I'll have plenty of room for the new pipe to attach to the double sink And I can get all the piping over in the corner out the way. That'll free up a little more space for stuff. So, all right, on to the next one.